Stargate, Captain's Log, 7 AM, June 1st. Transmission came through last night. It went as thus. Your mission, should you accept it, is to rendezvous at location X and meet your new partner, Operator Z. I think that's his code name. Bring protection. Bring what you need. You know what. Okay, got protection. Okay. Alright, so in the last bit of the transmission before the message self-destructor was we might get bloody on this one, Rog. I swear there must be some like 1 yen weirdo that keeps following my YouTube channel. Everywhere I go I find 1 yens on the ground, but I can't get to it because there's a fence. Crazy. Well, I can't say I don't have much in the way of trepidation on this mission. I've got a final transmission, and I figured I'd make out my will and testament, and send along all my worldly possessions. I have a couple of pairs of worn out shoes, not so good, you wouldn't want to wear them in the rain. What else do I have that's of high value? I've got a pet rock, so that's good. Yeah, the last thing they said to me was, you know, may the force be with you. So, yeah, I figured, alright, this is going to be a tough one. Okay. Fucking A. I like this fucking job. No, I love this fucking job. We're having a bit of a break for Ocha, which is it's tea, cool tea. The blokes are over there, they're sweating away, and I said, oh, I've got a in my gear bag, I've got a jacket with fans, and I'll be kicking back looking like this. What you guys are, they're all laughing, so that's cool. That's Takasu Yama, Abura Yama. It's 597 meter high. It's 597 meters high. I've been up there many times. I carried a downhill mountain bike up there. That's Sefri Yama over there, a huge plateau. And my beauty lives up that way, over that way. And all this is farming land. All that land there. Yep. Alright, let's get back to doing our thing. The blokes are bringing over some drinks and stuff, and they're having a break. I fucking love this job. Fucking A. Office space. No. What was that? Yeah, at the end of office space. Japanese monsoon or rain time. Lucky I got this coat thing. Oh yeah, it's gonna really come down for a couple of more. I'll still be out for a couple more hours. I love this job. Fucking A. Outside, fucking A. It's gonna really come down. Yeah. Ima watashi wa hoko sha. Hey, got my gear. Look at that one. Hoko sha yo. Tomete, chotomate. Hokosha means walker, pedestrian. And so when they come along, or you mention to the chaps to stop, or use the whistle, or depends on the situation. And jidensha, jidensha kulu. Jidensha is a bicycle. Jidensha kulu, baiku. So basically, it's a generic thing when they say baiku, bike. So a motorcycle, a scooter, or something on those lines. So they've got those 3-wheeler kind of scoots that blast around and deliver food, whatever. So those sorts of things, mainly rigs like that, when they're going along with the weed whackers. There's a bloke there with this mesh kind of thing, and he goes along, and say the cars are going along over there, he'd be here. and this bloke would be here, what have you, and he'd be blocking the all the roost, and so especially when they stop when pedestrians and sickles and the like, and motorcycles and stuff and the like, and they stop for those, and I've got to be aware of it. I've got to sort of basically flash my stuff, be there sort of in a position where far enough away but close enough so they can sort of hear me or whatever, and let them know when a big truck's come and that sort of things. Or sometimes the road will narrow a bit, say for example a couple of trucks are trying to pass each other, and so you've always got to be sort of aware of that, and you've got to be looking, say if I'm here and the cars are coming this way, I've got to be sort of aware that bicycles or whatever might come this way, scoots might be coming this way, and sometimes offshoot roads, and sometimes a bicycle might sort of go around you just like that, so you've got to sort of be in that awareness, spatial awareness kind of thing. But basically all eyes are on, and most of the chaps have got a whistle or whatever, so they let each other know, so we all sort of let each other know what's going on. Yeah, it's a really good system, for the safety of people passers by, and also for the blokes that are sometimes actually on the road, as far as, say for an example, the bloke with the mesh thing, he'd be as far as, out here, cars be coming here, he'd be as far as this, and we have witches hats and all that going along the way. So yeah, that was Hokosha yo Nidai Baiku, two bikes or something like that. Had a bloody great day. I really like that, and I've got this really groovy I've got to use it for the first time, and it doesn't exactly go back in exactly the same. This really groovy unit to keep myself relatively dry. Yeah, that's what is that going to rain on me again? Or is that just a river or something? I said it'll get to it'll be like 40% precipitation to 2 o'clock, and then it'll go boom. Just like that. No sort of gradually increase in the rain, and that's how it happened. I got to about 2 o'clock, and then it's a bit less than that, and boom, came down on us, and that was a bit of a laugh. And there's a bloke there. They were talking about him sort of looking like a sumo, and he was running along, and he ran ahead of us, and so everyone sort of got stuck into it and got the day done. And then the nice chaps, we finished up earlier, and the nice chaps, the boss, he signed us off for the full day, and so it was really good, and we had a real good camaraderie, because there's a serious side to it. There's a serious side to me too, as far as safety is concerned, because I've seen some shit. I'm serious. I've seen some shit, and so the serious side of it is that you got to be wary of what and have that awareness that your mates there are. It's your responsibility to eyes on, make sure that this bloke, you indicate to him, or get off the road, or let him know, and whatever, if a big truck's coming, shit like that. And because if the shit did hit the fan, people could really get hurt. It's worse, right? In that case. So there's that side to it. But aside from that, it's a good, cheery kind of outdoorsy, part-timey job, man. I'm fucking loving it. Yeah, there you go. I even didn't mind the rain, just coming down, rain coming down. Well, obviously it goes down, doesn't it? When people say, hey, it's raining outside, well, where the fuck do you think it's raining? Okay, some people have rickety shingles. Alright, okay, fair enough, smarty pants. Anyways, no, I'm really pleased with that. They actually said the chap that I'm working in, Ryosuke-san, he actually he was going to drive me all the way back to my place, and he was Originally he was going to drop me off at the original train station that they picked me up from, which was the station just past mine. You know, so it's 3 minutes on the train. He said, "Oh, I'll take you back then." I said, "Oh, it's actually a bit convoluted from here, and it's a it'll be closer. I live closer to it, really. It's a bit convoluted, and due to being peak hour, I'm thinking, nah, this bloke, he's got to drive all the way on the other side of town. He's not going to use the Korsokudoro. I keep getting that wrong. The highway thing." He goes, no, I'm going to just use the normal road. And I'm like, right, and that'll be a fair while because of traffic, right? And so, and this is the direct opposite direction of where he's got to go. And it's a nice chap, and I was thinking, oh, maybe you could run me to the top of the hill. And I'm like, you know what, how about you just drop me off here and I'll just walk the rest of the way. It's like an hour or whatever. It gives it, not even that far. And I said, oh, how about you just do a U-bolt and a U-turn, and I said, you know, and I'll just get out here and walk the rest of the way. And he's like, oh, really? Yeah, sweet, no worries. And that's cool. So yeah, so I'm pleased to be doing something normal, a normal job. And yeah, they were saying that they said to him, "Oh, you're free on the morrow to this chap," because they knew that my Fridays in the afternoons I teach kids, so on the other side of the city. So I've got Tuesdays and Fridays I'm not on, and but this employer, our employer, goes with this employer and that employer. He's mentioned this chap, and he said, "Oh, what about tomorrow?" And I think he's going to do it, so that's cool. I don't know how long they'll be doing that kind of work for in that area, but things like that I will be doing more of in the future, and maybe some construction stuff, department stores, different types of events, and yeah, you know, that's what it's about. I could even upgrade my licensing and get an iron bar and yes, an extendable, retractable iron bar thing, and plonk if you licensed to plonk. God, I'm just being silly now, aren't I? No, I had it is quite tiring, really, where you got to be on point here and here and sort of looking over here and whatever. I mean, you don't have to make a great big pantomime over it, you know, but just sort of, yeah, when you're sort of on point there for hours on end throughout the day, it can kind of get a bit tiring. But it's good. And you see at the end of the day, everyone's tired. But see, the least kind of physical labour was myself from your scare, and myself really, because basically you're just following these blokes and turning around, follow them, okay, whistle every now and again, and you got your whistle. See, I have the power, look at that. I can stop 4 men in their tracks, I'm serious, with this powerful unit. And so basically I just follow these chaps and try to stay out of the roost, a distance from there, and then sort of move around depending on where we're located and the way the intersections are and things like that. Yeah, and nice chaps they were. I was quite impressed. The 2 of them that I was working with, it was 72 years old, and yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, do you... one of them was telling me he used to do that kind of work up in the mountains. He said, oh, the money wasn't that, or maybe wasn't enough work or something like that, so he's doing it down this way. And yeah, I was quite impressed when I said, so, you know, when you plan on retiring? He goes, oh, when I'm not fit, you know, when I'm, yeah, because I see, the way I see it in my land, a lot of people when they retire, they're kind of, it's kind of like just waiting to die, you know. You know, you might as well just wait to die. I might just grab this off the fucking road. anyone gets hurt. A safer location, I think that'll be alright. Civic duties and all. Yeah. Well, I'll just pop past here. I've got my gear on. See, when you got your gear on, they kind of give you sway. Isn't that rad? Oh, we got here. 100 meters to the right. Tonkatsu. Tonkatsu means that's pork. Fried pork, is it? Is that right? Tonkatsu, cooking pork. Yeah. No one cares about that story. Oh, that's where I should have chucked the thing. I believe it'll be better there than where it is. Right then, now what we're going to do. So I didn't have to be walking this way. I didn't have to freaking talk to you. Who are you? Nah, man, it's good. Like I said, you know, there's a lot of jobs around for foreign savages now, and yeah, and you know, it's kind of, it's really, I'm just really pleased that because my life had been so thoroughly attacked, and the destructive nature of all this when this COVID crap came along and all this bull dust, and it really, you know, I had the equivalent of like, what was it, 23,000 US dollars in the bank, and I just watched it go, and that was what I was utilising. I tried to keep 10 grand as a float, and I was utilising this money and going, right, I'm going to save for that house for 50 grand, and I'm going to buy that bloody thing. And you know, I had those plans, and it all just collapsed. Yeah, and more so when they stole my money, at Kiwi.com mobsters. Stole my money when I tried to buy a plane ticket. I was thinking, yeah, hole up in a hotel in Australia for 6 weeks. They force you in there when they were doing that, remember? And then they force people to pay after that, right? Fucking filthy grifting. Anyways, so there's one of those groovy 2-stroke 50cc. Sometimes they're 125s. They're rad units, man. So yeah, it was excessively destructive for me, like getting stuck in a foreign country, basically getting stuck in Asia, and watching you know, you're like, fuck. I saw a bloke around that time earlier on when this bullshit happened, and you know, some dudes killed themselves in my country, you know what I mean, and probably wherever else, and all others are fucking profited from it. Yeah, I'm really pleased about it. There's no bitterness here, is there? And yeah, this young guy, he's an American, I think he was, and he was all dirty, he had no shoes, and the poor bloke was homeless, you know, and we met him in town, and we tried to get him spruced up, and we bought him some shoes and all that, and tried to get him into a nightclub, but they wouldn't have it. Granted, all they had was ladies' shoes, but we had a blast with the bloke, and he was really pleased, and he's thanks, man, and we all sort of shouted him and tried to help him out a bit, but yeah, you know, that's what happened to him. Another bloke I know of, he ended up in a detention centre when his visa ran out. You know, a lot of people got really fucked over by the bad people that profited from it. Yeah, shut down the world, that's a good idea. Yeah, profit from it, from the suffering of others. So I got stuck in Asia, didn't I? You know, couldn't afford to buy, and then the ticket prices went ridiculous. I got so fucked that I couldn't afford to even risk to try to get another ticket, and they fucked me, you know. They fucked a lot of people. God, I wish I had read those the message boards of how this particular company and others were fucking people over. So yeah, it got real bad, you know. And then it meant something a lot to me, the diversification of one's income. Getting stuck in Asia, man, you know. they don't exactly give you the dole. They don't give you, you know, they sort of, in Australia you get the freaking dole and it's all good, but they try to force you not to be a serial student. And after this fucking COVID-19 hoax, this COVID thing, I'd be like, no, if I was in Australia, I would be a serial, you know, because I see a serial killer, no, a serial student, because I see the grifters, I see the filth, and I see the way they see. It's a fucking war, all right? Yeah, you know, these filth are grifted off the backs of people that, you know, how much they stole from so many people. Yeah. Anyways, well, diversification of one's income is. The video-y thing ran out again. 17 minutes and 9 seconds. So yeah, diversification of one's income is highly important. I would stress that to anybody that feels that possibly that things might not, you know, there could be an assault upon their very way of life and living and making a living. You know, if one thing was to collapse. So in my case, I tried a whole bunch of different things, as many others did, just to try to keep my head above water. And yeah, I'm not getting too comfortable or anything like that, you know. But I do feel that when I see these blokes and how happy they are, and when they talk about how long they've been with these companies, this type of stuff, I'm very impressed, you know. It's, that they keep sort of people on. They don't just discard people. Oh, you've got the 65, you know, or what is it, 67 or whatever in Australia, and you know, you're out the freaking door. They don't give a stuff about you, and they'll fuck you somehow. They'll find a way to fuck you, and there's half your superannuation gone. You know, find ways to fuck you. Oh yeah, it's all a grift. It's all a lie. It's all bullshit. So, hey, how's it going? Oh, check it out, huh? Oh, I'm busy, hang on. That pretty much wraps up the day then, eh? I call that bloke Kappa-san, Cappy. His nicknames are Cappy, and I call him Cuppy, Kappa. That's like that devil frog kind of thing that in folklore. Anyways, I had the cool Kappa sold to a chap in the States. That was a beautiful granite stone piece, that was. Alright, now the day's pretty much done. I'm coming back from the supermarket and got my haul and all that chicken and at half price the hanbun. Oh, he told me, Oscar told me what those kanji, what it means, han something, it means half price, but I've forgotten what half price is called again. Anyways, yeah, the mountains are looking so daunting and formidable. So got the old big half price cabbage, that's good, and some other vegetables, and some milk. No one gives a shit what I bought at the supermarket. Anyways, so I'm going to chuck all in and that all in and have myself a decent feed. Yes. I was thinking about picking up a beer and just walking there and, you know, buying a beer at this supermarket and going to the cheaper supermarket. Oh, well, it won't be cheaper if I buy a beer, you know. So, decided not against that. Just get some milk and put a bit of Kahlua in it. That makes me just bomb out, man. You know, go to bed. I'm going to bed at like 8:30 and stuff at night. I might make it to 8:45 on occasion. You know, wake up at like 3 and 4 and then try to get back to sleepy land. But yeah, sort of people of the day right now. But things are thoroughly content. Even happy. We can't have that now. We have to have a Shakespearean tragedy that befall me. Yeah, don't you worry, you'll always fucking have it. But currently, this method of feeling right now is proving to be somewhat on the happy side. Yeah, sort of just a good, serene kind of feeling, yes. My forcefulness of the goal to have that diversification in order to survive. You know, for years just trying to keep my head above water. I want to be able to just, I never want to be rich, just be able to know that I'm going to be alright. If I just keep plugging away doing the things I'm doing. And if that's the case, then contentment and happiness, and if you strive for happiness and then fall into contentment, then you have won.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.